Meteorologist Mark Molnar is your host for the weather show, Weather Northeastern. Let's get right into some viewer sending photos here. Robert Jason Stone, this was back when he was out of town, August 14th, 2014. Blast from the past, a tornado/waterspout across the Dunkirk area, as you can see. And it's hard to tell if it's reaching the ground, but this area is no stranger to these type of weather systems. As you got the Lake Erie area and the rolling plains, promotes these kind of circulation systems. So very nice find, Robert. And of course, this was snapshotted from a video that he found online. Let's get right into Tyler McCandless going south of Dunkirk towards Markle, Pennsylvania. Beautiful evening sky here. Look at this evening sun. Nice cirrus clouds out ahead of it. Beautiful crystal blue sky. And this has kind of been the rule so far this winter. Very quiet across the area. But things will be changing next week as we get some really cold polar air in the area, Arctic front, and winter will be making a visit. If you want to send in videos or photos, MeteoMark on Facebook, Weather Northeastern as well, WX Northeastern on Twitter, and email address meteomark.com@gmail.com. Let's get right into the weather. 1 to 2 inches of liquid equivalent out west here, California, Oregon, with these systems that move in. Higher elevation snow back east here from the Gulf Coast all the way to the northeast and southeast Canada. 1 to 2 inches, but you see this orange area in eastern New England on northward. 2 to 3 inches. This will be with a developing system later this weekend. Heavy rain and wind likely. Let's get right into the pattern. Starting off with the weekend. Through the weekend, we'll still continue with the trough out west here, ridging here in the east with those warmer temperatures and rainfall. But watch this for Monday onward. Big trough developing, not just with the subtropical jet, the polar jet making a visit to the northeast as well. Lots of cold air. And this could spell trouble with the potential for some sort of development here along the east coast, the middle to latter portion of next week. So we'll watch it here, especially from January 13th, 14th, 15th. We'll watch it. And ridge developing out west. Take a look at ice. Yes, we will be dealing with some freezing rain, potentially sleet here Friday night into early Saturday morning. Places like Binghamton, Syracuse, Interstate 81 on eastward, Poconos, Catskills, upper Hudson River Valley, the western Mohawk Valley into portions of the southern Adirondacks, Berkshires, White Mountains, anywhere from 1/10 of an inch on average with up to 1/4 inch here, places like the Poconos, Catskills, where it's really hard to erode some of this colder air. As the warmer air advances, we get that moisture developing, and of course that cold air stays in place because it's harder to move. Let's get right into snowfall totals. Your eyes are drawn to east of Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. That's where the lake effect snow will set up later Sunday night, Monday into Tuesday, mainly on Monday and Monday night. 7 to 12 inches here north of Syracuse on the Tug Hill, and a good general 3 to 6 inches as we get a multi-band event developing off Lake Erie here. Your eyes are also drawn to this system here north towards Sudbury, 12 to 18 inches likely as a low pressure system moves up along it this weekend, promoting snow, even snow across southern Ontario. And here across northern New England, back into Maine and New Hampshire, southeastern Quebec, a general 3 to 6 inches is likely on the backside of this departing system later Sunday into Monday. Let's get right into those surface maps, starting off with your Saturday across the area. Looking wet and wild, although frozen precipitation on the onset here across the northeast will taper off to drizzle towards the middle to latter portion of the morning hours. Temperatures warming into the 40s across most of the area, and harder to erode areas here in Quebec will stay into the 20s and 30s for the most part. Heading on into your Sunday, take a look at the cold front pushes here across western Pennsylvania, and here the low pressure forming along the stationary front back towards Sudbury. Later on in the day in Sudbury, you'll be changing over to heavy snow. But take a look here across New England, portions of New England. We will be looking at a general rain event, heavy rain at that here, and wind, a stiff northeasterly wind as we get this low pressure system developing just off Cape Cod here. And we will be looking at a general heavy rain event as this cold front moves to the northeast and we get that secondary development. Lots of wind. We head on into Monday. That front pushes to the east. Low pressure up here in the Canadian Maritimes and Maine. And we will get wraparound here. Rain changing to snow across Maine and New Hampshire. And that's where we'll get those 2 to 4, 3 to 6 inch amounts. And look at this. Lake Erie, Lake Ontario. The lakes are open for business with the heavy lake effect snow bands. And on into Tuesday, look at this. Still colder air across the area. Mid to upper 20s, a very popular number from the New York State Thruway, Binghamton, and even colder yet into the teens across southeast Canada. And only coastal areas holding on to some of those 30s degree temperatures. In 10 seconds, I'll have a 5-day outlook for my hometown viewers from Binghamton to Scranton's Upper Susquehanna region of upstate New York and Northeast Pennsylvania. Don't forget to like me on Facebook at MeteoMark, subscribe to me on YouTube at MeteoMark, comments, Twitter at WX Northeastern, Google Plus at MeteoMark, MeteoMark.com, and WeatherNortheastern.com. Stretching from your Saturday to the midpoint of next week, look at this. We start off wet, frozen precipitation, quickly changing to light rain or drizzle throughout the day Saturday, heading up towards the lower 40s, near 50 on Sunday with wind and rain. An inch or more is likely to wash some of that salt and dirt off the roads. And heading on into Monday and Tuesday, look at this. That cold front moves through and the polar jet takes over. Scattered lake effect snow showers likely, not getting out of the mid-20s, and we'll have to watch later on Wednesday into Thursday. Could have some sort of East Coast development with a possible winter storm somewhere along the East Coast. That's going to do it for this edition of Weather Northeastern.